Hey, good morning. Hello there. My name is Carl Brooks, and I'm a business transformation coach. Can't even say it. And welcome today. Let me just take a quick sip of water because I'm obviously tricking over my words already. I was going to keep the ball rolling because I do like to be real and authentic. Hi, Lisa. Love to see you here. Love to see you watching today. I'm showing up here because I want to share with you today a little bit of pull back the curtains on my own journey with courage and confidence in my business, because it has been an uphill battle, ups and downs. I'm as human as all of you, so I also struggle from time to time with being visible and ensuring that my ideas that I have in my mind are all worked out and actually get implemented. What I have found in my own business over time is that sometimes I will hold myself back or I'll play small. Maybe there's some self-doubt that creeps in, something that kind of paralyzes me from getting my ideas out there in the first place and sharing them with you. So how wonderful is it? Hi Ruben, love to see you here as well. How wonderful is it if we can create this theme or this safe place, should I say, where we can actually release all of these self-doubts and talk about them unashamed, unapologetically, to drop the role that we're playing and just get real with each other. Just get real. And that's what I love about this particular day. Courage, that's why I've introduced it into the group, because hell yeah, give me some courage. And I think that we all need a drop of courage here and there. I don't care how successful you are or how aligned you are in your business, how much money you're making. I know for sure that there's a level somewhere in your business that you feel you could be a little more courageous, or perhaps even a lot more courageous. So let's start this conversation, and let me go first. I'm gonna, bear all, as it were. This is gonna be a recurring theme every Friday. So I certainly do welcome you in the exercises that I'm going to give during this live session today to peel back the onion, as we say, to give us a look behind the curtain of your business to who you are and what you're going through, because I know for sure if you are running a business, if you have customers and clients, or even just an audience that is following you, they will have these concerns around courage or lack of courage. So let's get this rolling. An example from my side, just to share with you how I deal with lack of courage and lack of confidence and self-doubting myself, is a very recent example and very pertinent to today. You may have noticed, of course, that we've changed the name of this group from the Vineyards to the Best Self Society. Now, that's not an accident. That's based on a lot of research that I've done and with my audience, with my clients, to see how they associate themselves with leadership and how they associate themselves with the name or the role that they give themselves in a business. I've done a lot of research, and interestingly enough, many people did not identify with the words of CEO or entrepreneur, but they did identify with becoming their best self. So, da-da, Best Self Society. But what at all does this have to do with courage? Well, first of all, I had to drop my role as a business transformation coach and literally just be vulnerable and say, listen, I'm doing some research. I'd like to know from your side your associations with your role and what name do you give that? Because I'm thinking about coming up with something new. And I also, even though I am an entrepreneur and a business owner, I feel that they are kind of corporate terms, and I don't associate with those corporate terms energetically or spiritually. I just don't think that business owner and entrepreneur encompasses the spiritual aspects as well. So that's why I was jostling with that idea myself, and that's why I put it to my audience to say, hey, what do you think about it? Having said that, then I got the feedback, and then of course I went into the sexy stuff of creating the new name of this group, but I came up with some self-doubt issues. Why? Because it has not been lost on me or you that the name of this group has changed a few times over the years, and even quite recently. I also know, as a qualified marketeer, that when you change the names of your programs and your business and your campaigns too much, your audience can sometimes get a little bit confused and perhaps even fall away, unfollow you, because they're just not sure anymore about what you're about. So clearly I had some huge self-doubt issues here. shall I just change the name of the group, or shall I invite people into a new group and therefore only take the action takers with me into this new group? Well, initially I decided to go with the latter, to actually move people into a new group or invite people to come into a new group with me. And I posted about that, and I even marketed it, and there was no response. Nobody clicked into the new group. So panic, panic, panic. So isn't this interesting? And I came back and thought, oh my God, I'm doubting whether this was a good idea. No one's responding to it. What shall I do? And of course, there was in the back of my mind the other option, which was to change the name of this group, this Facebook group. And knowing the dangers of doing that too often. But still, even though I wasn't feeling the confidence to change the name of this group, what I did have was the courage to go for it. Just to go for it, knowing that my audience, particularly the ones who like me and like my energy and like what I'm about, they'll be forgiving, and perhaps they might even like this new name and this new change. But it was all a gamble. I had no idea. So, knowing that the new Facebook group, no one was going in there, no one was clicking on the link, I decided to change the name of this group last week. Now, but prior to changing the name of this group, of course, I did a lot of self-reflection. Like, is this aligned with who I am? Is this really what I want to spend and to focus on for the next few months and years? And the answer was a very clear yes, because I can fill retreats and I can enroll people into my programs and I can do workshops and online programs as well. But it has to be aligned with who I am. No more stepping into that role, but actually connecting with my source energy and allowing that to come through in my work. So I knew that the Best Self Society, the name of this Facebook group, was going to be in full alignment with me. But I had no expectation or no idea of how the audience, you, were going to respond to it. So last week, changed the name, changed the header, and of course announced the new description of this group and what we would be about. And I've been blown away. I've literally been quite humbled by the reaction to it. The engagement in this group has skyrocketed. The amount of comments, because that's really for me the gauge of whether something is successful or not the likes, not the loves, but actually the commitment to doing these exercises and to following me on this journey and letting me help you, and seeing that reflected in the amount of comments. It's heartwarming, but there's a knowing that comes through, like, yes, this was a good idea to do. But it was a courageous step. It was certainly a courageous step because I had no guarantees that you were going to follow me, that you were going to like these changes, but I took the step anyway. So coming back to today's point in question, which is how to find the confidence, when you're doubting yourself, is literally, it's in the verb here. Find it, go out there, do it, engage, test things, test the water. Because if you're going to spin the wheels in your head every day and not take a decision, then that's just wasted energy, because you're actually using that same energy to hold that idea in your mind rather than just releasing it and launching it out into the world and see how your audience is going to respond. So if you are second guessing yourself, if you find that you want some more confidence, then my insight, my tip for you is to get out there, do the ideas, put the ideas out there that you want to, and just see how your audience reacts to it, knowing that you can always change your mind down the road. If it doesn't work, you can switch, you can pivot and do something else. But please don't hold yourself back. I would rather that you take action and fail, like I did with the new Facebook group idea, and then pivot to a new idea, than that you don't do anything, because that's just a waste of life, a waste of energy, and you're kind of shortchanging your audience because they don't know what's going on inside your head. And most of them really are interested to know how you view things and what's going on and what they can expect from you, and to be part of your journey and part of your process. Why? Because it also inspires them to be open to share what's going on in their minds with you and with their own audience and clients. And that's a beautiful thing. And I do believe in openness and transparency and being able to articulate my own journey with you so that you can also articulate this to your own audience and see the results as well. Cool. So, homework for you. I would like you to write in the comments either something that you've been putting off that you haven't quite found the confidence or the courage to implement, and tell us, only the brave go first. Tell us what that thing is that you've been perhaps procrastinating on or doubting what that is. And if you write that in the comments as well, I will respond to that. But also, it may well be that you if you can't think of anything that you want to do, maybe something in the past that you put off, that you found the courage for. All right, so share with us either a story of your own courage and confidence from the past, or something from the present that you've been putting off because maybe you lack the confidence or the courage. Why is that important? Because we'd like to motivate you. We'd like just to share, of course, and with each other so that we can inspire one another with our courage and our confidence. That's what I'd like you to do. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then why not think of someone who would appreciate the value and the content that we give in this group, and invite them to join us at the Best Self Society in this Facebook group. I'd love to see them here as well. I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend. Don't forget the homework, either to tell us about a situation or a story in the past that you found some courage and confidence to do, even though you're a little bit scared, or something that's going on right now that perhaps you're lacking courage and confidence on, that you'd like to share with us as well, to inspire us as well. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye.